Hey there! Today I want to take a little bit of time to appreciate an odd chord of sorts. It's the minor 7 flat 5, or the half diminished chord, as some of you may know it. If you're a jazzer, you certainly already have an appreciation for this chord. If you play other styles of music, you may not like the sound of this thing right off the bat, but let me tell you, this chord deserves a redemption, and I'll tell you why. It's because it's not just useful in its function as a 2 chord or a 7 chord, but you can get a lot more mileage out of this chord by knowing what its relation is to other chords that you may be playing over. So for example, I'm going to show you 3 different ways that you can use this chord in a very musical way. So the first way that we're going to talk about using it is as a sort of substitution or an implied harmony against a minor chord. So if we pick in the key of D minor for a second, to get a different flavor of a minor, I want to emphasize the 6, and this is going to give me a Dorian kind of a tonality, a kind of a minor 6 sound. And the way that I'm going to attack that is to actually think about the notes of a B minor 7 flat 5. So what I'm thinking there is back a minor third. So that's 1, 2, 3 half steps. And I'm going to start there as my root. So if I play the arpeggio, it's going to sound like this. Sounds like a minor 7 flat 5 so far, but when we change the context, the background chord we're playing over, then we're going to get a very cool minor 6 tonality. So kind of a cool flavor to use over a minor chord. Definitely something I'm fond of. You should try it out. And if you're new to this stuff, check out this shape to get you started. This is a really easy one to pick through. It's one of my favorites because it's just 2 notes on a string, very easy for the pick hand. I'm actually going to start from the flat 7th degree of this B minor 7 flat 5. So I'm going to go 5, 7 on the low E. Next string, I'm going to go 5 to 8. And what's cool about this shape is we can just start duplicating it. So I want you to take note of the distance between each note, the intervals. So we have a whole step. Next string, we're going to have a minor third. So a whole step and a half. We're going to go up to the 7th fret this time and do the exact same process. And again to the B string. And we have a really tidy way of playing a 3-octave B minor 7 flat 5. By the way, if you like playing this way, or if you like the idea of playing this way, check out my video called Condensed Arpeggios. It's a fun way of getting into 7th qualities like we're doing now across the strings, and I have more shapes in that video. Another great way to get some more mileage out of this tonality is to stack it up or superimpose it over a dominant chord. So in this case, I'll use G7 as an example. We're going to have the notes G, B, D, and F. And the go-to mentality for plugging this in is to think about the 3rd of the chord as your root for the minor 7 flat 5 sound. So if we're on a G, our 3rd is going to be a B, and we will take this arpeggio and play it over the G7. It's going to sound like this. Another really fun usage for this minor 7 flat 5 tonality is to use it in the context of a 1-4-5 blues progression. I like to use it over the 4 chord, and the reason being is I like a contrast between the 1 and the 4 oftentimes. So if you think about playing major pentatonic over the 1 chord, I think a really nice change is to start playing minor pentatonic over the 4 chord. Now if this is something that's completely new to you, I made a video about this previously. I think it was called Blues to Do's. You can check that out for some more information on switching scales within a 1-4-5. But let's get down to brass tacks here with this minor 7 flat 5. Looking at our 4 chord, in this case, we're in G. That would give us a C dominant chord for our 4. And right away, if we're sticking to pentatonic, it sounds nice, but we're 1 note away from hitting the 3rd of that dominant chord that we're on, which is an E note. So a really cool trick is to change that pentatonic scale by 1 degree. So all we're going to do is replace our usual F natural that we have in G minor pentatonic with an E note. So it gives us this. So did you notice that that minor 7 flat 5 tonality was living within that set of notes we're playing? So I think it's an easy way to visualize that, but of course you can also do the direct plug and play by playing an E minor 7 flat 5 arpeggio. An example of this usage, you can hear it in the old Back to the Future tune when they're at the dance at the very end. There's a lick that goes like this. So I forget the name of the tune, but more importantly, it's a musical idea and we should take some inspiration from that. I hope these ideas are useful to you. If there's something you want to see in the future, you be sure and let me know. Thanks for watching this. I appreciate you guys being here, and I'll see you again soon.